Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2 has come and gone. And the results have left a lot to be questioned. In my personal opinion, I saw Usyk win the fight. It was very close though. I will definitely give it that it was very close. And sometimes when you are an observer, when you're just watching and you're spectating, how you score the fight does not necessarily mean that's how the fight will be scored by the judges. And your interpretation of a fight and of a round per se can be wrong because you just don't know how to score a round, which is okay. Not everybody knows how to score rounds of boxing. It's very technical. You can Google it to find out the criteria and the things that are looked for by the trained per se judges' eyes, because they are supposed to be trained in how to score these rounds, and it will give you a perspective of how these rounds are scored. But one thing I definitely know is effective aggression is a key pointer. Shots landed is a key pointer. Ring generalship is also a key pointer. And when you put all these things together, it has to go in Usyk's favour. He landed more shots. CompuBox will tell you that. And I will say Tyson Fury showed more aggression than he usually does, but it wasn't effective aggression because he would barrel forward and he would hold and put his weight on Usyk, but his punch output wasn't the same as Usyk's, and his landing ratio was nowhere near Usyk's either. Usyk landed more punches and he controlled the tempo a lot more. He threw less, landed more. And you have to remember, he's being outweighed by like 60 pounds. That's a whole human. He's been outweighed by a whole person in there. Yet he can control the pace and control the rounds and control the ring. Even though I did see Tyson Fury come forward a lot more, especially in the first 6 rounds. Personally, the first round for me was a swing round. I swung it to Usyk, or it was a draw round. And then the next 4, personally, because I've seen a lot of people's scorecards and I've seen the official scorecards, and they don't match what I'm saying and what my interpretation was on the night. The first 5 rounds, I was giving Fury 4-1 or 4 and a draw round. That was the first 5 rounds. But 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I gave to Usyk. Now, there was a round in between there. I'm not sure if it was 8 or 10, 9 or 10. One of these rounds was definitely a swing round, which could have swung to Fury. So I will say 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 can also be 4-1 in Usyk's favour, which then would have it, in my opinion, 5-4 with a swing round after 10 rounds in favour of Tyson Fury. Then for me personally, I saw Usyk win the last 2 rounds. The judges see it differently to how I saw it, and all in all, they scored it to Usyk in a wider gap than I gave it to Usyk. I gave Usyk 6-5 with a swing round. So I gave Usyk 6-5 and a 10-10 round. It could have either way, in my opinion, gone 7-5 Usyk, but if you swing it the other way, then it's going to be 6-6 and it's a draw. That's how I saw it. So my opinion was it was either a draw or a Usyk win by 2 rounds. Or even an Usyk win by 1 round with a drawn round. All in all, I gave it to Usyk. When I'm looking the next few days after the fight and I'm looking on Twitter and I'm seeing the reactions, plus on the day, you got Frank Warren carrying the scorecards in the ring, like to say this is going to make a difference. And you've got a lot of fighters outside and a lot of the fans outside of the ring saying that they thought Fury won. But then you've got a lot of fans saying that they thought Usyk won. Now, this is what happens in a highly contested top-end level fight where both combatants are giving it their all and both combatants want to win. It was the same with Beterbiev and Bivol. A lot of people thought Bivol won. Some people thought Beterbiev won, and they've been arguing about that ever since the fight. This is the same thing. It's when 2 combatants are of a similar level and they go in there and both try to win the fight. I thought Usyk would have stopped him, but then as the fight progressed, I realized that Usyk, even though he does throw a lot of punches, he doesn't necessarily carry the power that can hurt or stop a switched on Tyson Fury. We've seen him hurt Fury in the first fight in that 9th round. We saw him hurt Fury. But in this fight, Fury was a lot more switched on from the off. And I was looking at the pace of which Fury was working at, and I'm like, this is not Fury's pace. He's going to tire. And I'm glad I was wrong about that, because Fury lasted the whole fight and he seemed to take his energy reserves into the later rounds, even though he did slow down a bit, tire a bit towards the end, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These rounds he gradually slowed down, even though in the 12th he did put in a last gasp effort to try and win that round. But for me, it wasn't enough and Usyk took the round. So for me, I think the right man won. And with that being said, well done to both combatants. Well done Tyson Fury, well done Usyk. Tyson Fury has shown me that I was right all along about him. He was a pugilist specialist type fighter. The guy that wants to dodge raindrops. The guy that's throwing 4 to 5 punches per round. To see him work at the rate that he worked at in this fight, especially in them first 6 rounds, I was thinking, this is a bigger punching output rate that Tyson Fury likes to do. This is not his comfort zone. He is uncomfortable in there doing what he's doing. And so said, it panned out to be that way. And inevitably, he couldn't even keep up and keep that rate going to throw enough punches to basically outbox Usyk. Everyone talks about Tyson Fury's boxing ability and he's such a great this, that, the other, so much speed he's got on all the other heavyweights. That's what takes him over the edge. But in this case, it was not the case. He couldn't overpower this guy. He couldn't intimidate this guy. He couldn't mind game this guy. And he came up a cropper against this guy twice. Usyk has now got to be put into the all-time great category because he's dominated his generation. Yes, it's a weak generation. That is neither here nor there. The fact is, he has dominated this generation. Of cruiserweights and heavyweights, he's just dominated. He's the dominating factor in this generation. And he's talking about going back down to cruiserweight to become undisputed at cruiserweight again. So after the fight, Daniel Dubois jumps in the ring and just, hey, Usyk, I want my revenge. I want my revenge, Usyk. Usyk, I want my revenge. Well done. Well done for your victory, but I want my revenge for the robbery. You robbed me. I want my revenge. Frank! Now I was like, this is so not Daniel Dubois. He had a big old smile on his face when he was saying it. I was like, this ain't you. And evidently it was true because one of Usyk's corner man came out and told the story of how that actually happened. I was like, Frank's put you up to this. Frank pushed you in there to do this. And so said, so done.
This guy is coming in the ring. Frank Warren tell, hey Daniel, go. And Daniel stay. Okay, I'm ready. No, not ready now. And Frank, Daniel, go. And Daniel, okay. Hey, Usyk, I'm...
As I thought, it was the case. Usyk said, Mr. Excellency, make fight with Dubois happen. Make it. So maybe he'll fight Dubois. And let's say he wins that fight. Undisputed once again. So he'll be 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. How? How do you do that? Then he's going to go back down to cruiserweight and want to be undisputed down there. So he'll be 2-time undisputed cruiserweight and 2-time undisputed heavyweight. Come on. Let's just not listen. Come on. All-time great now. He's in that category now. If that happens anyway. Especially if that happens. He's in the all-time great category. He's already in the Hall of Fame category. He's already there. Now he's going to go and do all-time great. What's next for Tyson Fury? I don't know. I believe he's going to retire. Personally, I just think he's going to retire. I think that's his energy. That's how Tyson Fury comes across to me. I've lost, I'm going to retire now. Forget all of this, I'm retiring now. I personally think that everyone's going to be pushing for him to fight Anthony Joshua. That's what everybody wants to see. Him versus Anthony Joshua at Wembley, big crowd, noise, all the fanfare, boom, boom. Hopefully they make that fight. That's still a big fight in the UK, no matter what anybody says. Once that fight gets made and it's been advertised, it will sell out instantly. Pay-per-view will be through the roof. This will bang out in the UK. No questions asked. And then across the world, everyone's going to watch it anyway. Let's just have it right. The Zone's going to show it, so it's going to be shown worldwide. That's a subject for another day. The Zone are going on terrible. Yeah, they're taking over the boxing thing. I told you already, this is going to happen. And Eddie Hearn is going to be the forefront of this situation. But that's another story for another day. Tyson Fury versus AJ is going to be pushed for. Will it happen? I don't know. Do both guys want to do it? They both say they do. Let's see what happens. But as for now, well done to Usyk. Defends his name, defends his titles, and he's still undefeated and is still unified heavyweight champion of the world. I'm sure he's lineal. I'm sure he's Ring Magazine as well. He's got everything at heavyweight. Apart from the IBF, which he gifted to Daniel Dubois and AJ to fight for. Tyson Fury's lost to Usyk twice. AJ's lost to Usyk twice. Both lost to him twice on points. You two go and have it out now and see who's the best out of you two. And maybe you'll get the trilogy. But if you get the trilogy and you win the fight, you're still 2-1 down to Usyk. How about that? Well done, Usyk. Undisputed. I still see you as undisputed, but unified champion of the heavyweight division. And I'll see you guys in the next video.